Damn it, I'm very late. But today I'm here to tell you about text to image, but explain everything. Today we need a chair because it won't be that fast. But let's start. 3, 2, 1, go. Prompt is where you define the idea of the image you want to make. The palette icon is to roll a random artist to your prompt. The negative prompt hints to the AI to not create something. Just don't rely on it too much, especially if the element you want to remove from the scene is kind of intrinsically related to it. For instance, if you type restaurant and you use a negative prompt, chairs, Stable Diffusion will have a hard time removing the chairs, because usually on restaurants you see chairs. It's not that it won't work, it's just not working all the time. But if you want to change color, it's way easier, because restaurants usually have chairs, but the colors vary more often. Styles take your prompt and create an easy to use quick prompt for later. The Apply Styles button, well, I don't need to explain that, right? Now let's talk about sampling steps. Sampling steps refine the look of your image if you use them in Euler, LMS, Hue, DPM2, DPM Adaptive, DDIM, and PLMS. So images will look better the more steps you put, but I wouldn't add more than 68 because I guess it's overkill. For Euler A and DPM2A, where A stands for ancestral, there is a range among the steps that will generate different images. So every 30 steps or so, you have a different image, preserving the same feel of the seed. DPM fast and all Keras samplers go crazy. Each step is a completely different image. I really wouldn't recommend it. So the question is which one to pick. And the truth is, there's no right answer to that. If you want something dreamy or more realistic, I would go with Euler A. But all the other samplers may reach great results. You just need to test in the prompts you're doing. Width and height are pretty self-explanatory. Just don't increase it too much or you will run out of VRAM and the computer may explode. Remember that the model was trained in 512 by 512 images, so bigger images than that may cause some distortions. But testing is the key. I usually go with 512 by 768 for portraits and they look great, mostly. Restore faces automatically restore faces. Lighting creates an amazing image that repeats itself ad infinitum. Hi-Res Fix generates images in a smaller size and then work it over to reach the size of the photos you choose on the width and height. The denoising strength represents how much the new image will take from the old image. So if you choose closer to 0.01, it will not change anything. It will just upscale the image. And 1, it will change the smaller version completely. Batch count will tell you how many batches of images it will create. And batch size, how many images generated per batch. Now the CFG scale, also known as classifier free guidance. This one is pretty useful. CFG means that the AI will follow your prompt less and wander around more. A high CFG means that the AI will try to follow your prompt the best it can. Either too low or too high CFGs are not a very good idea. At last we have seed, that is from what your image will grow. Poetic. But it means that if you don't change any other parameters and generate an image, it will always generate the same images. The dice set the seed to -1, that is the random seed. The recycle takes the seed from the last generation. And we are done. Today was hard and I'm probably very late and the beans are burned. If you found somehow this useful, please like, comment and subscribe to our channel. If you want to help me buy new beans, well, help me on Patreon and I'll be back after cleaning up the mess. Adios.